We are all still alive a year later, and what a year it has been. It's nice to see just how far the world can go without actually coming to an end. Although, at least not this particular part of it for now. Well, I think if we make it through tonight, we're good for at least another month, despite what the May 21sters all say. So welcome to Lungfull Magazine's Night of 1,000 Mistakes, where we celebrate... Yeah, you can... Oh, Christ almighty. There we go. This is the night where we celebrate what we've gotten right. Not despite, but because of all the missteps and failures we've managed to engineer in our lives. As you know, Lungfull is the only literary journal in America that prints the rough drafts of people's work in addition to the final version, so you can see the sordid, dirty, filthy, creative process as it happens. We also, yes, if you're lucky, this issue is filled with just complete filth. We also run letters to the editor. And here's one. Dear editor, I think you're an amusing fellow, and I enjoy receiving your emails, even though I am unlikely to attend one of your events, because I don't like much poetry and they are very far from my house. Nevertheless, I read the emails because they're well written. Also, I know that you like to spell Lungfull in your own special way, but I can only play along so much. Regards, Jim Nacklin.
Wow.
So, yes, Jim Nacklin. Speaking of... Yes. And his brother. Speaking of playing along, we have a lot of people here tonight who want to demolish you with poems. But first, an important safety note that the EPA and OSHA have requested that I go over. With a cover made of space-age laminates, Lungfull is the only entirely waterproof literary journal in the world. I'll show you, as everybody knows. It's just sort of the standard test. This is not a problem for Lungfull. Oh, hang on. We're just getting started. A few years ago, I paid for a $300 shot of whiskey, and that's really what this fundraiser is all about, paying for 3 years ago. Some youthful indiscretions. But the question, of course, this year is how does Lungfull stand up to water that's been contaminated through fracking? Some of you probably know that energy companies around the Northeast are drilling for natural gas using a dirty technique called hydraulic fracturing, or fracking. It's where they pump toxic fluid into the ground to force out natural gas. The problem is it makes the water in the area super deadly. And they're already fracking along the Delaware River, where Philadelphia gets its drinking water. And I know you're all like it's bad enough you have to live in Philly, and now you're going to die. And now they want to do the same thing around New York City's reservoirs. If they succeed, you may want to filter your water through a copy of Lungfull Magazine. And I'm going to show you why. One of our editors, Schaefer Hall, is out there somewhere. He's from Texas and has connections to the oil industry. He was able to get for us this canister of perfectly safe, not dangerous hydraulic fracturing liquid. I was going to use gloves, but it says it's not dangerous. And I'm going to throw a few things in here. And then we're going to check up on them again at the end of the evening to see how they did. Got a box here. First thing, of course, goes in is Lungfull. I have a book of Jose Marti's poems, Guantanamera. Great book. There you go. Let's see. Ah, yes. Guns, Germs, and Steel, the most important book of anthropology of the 21st century. Right in there. Right in there. Blake's poetry. Wait, save your nose. This is Crow Club. It's Lungfull Magazine's proprietary blend of Old Crow Canadian Club that we drink at all our meetings when we read. So that goes in there. My daughter's Unicorn. And last but not least, this autographed photo of Jimmy.
Yay!
Whoa!
Good, Jimmy! Good, Jimmy!
I'm just going to slide that over here.
There you go.
Carter's gonna fuck the whole thing.
I know.
I predict.
Okay, so let's get this issue off the ground. A little reading, then a raucous auction, and then a little more reading. Each person is going to come up and read just like a short poem, because we have 350,000 poets reading tonight. And then they're going to look at this little piece of paper here and read the next person's name. That way it just keeps the ball rolling. The first two readers are special envoys, reading on behalf of poets who can't be here tonight because they're lame, or because they're out of town. They're not lame. They're wonderful people. And the first person reading on behalf of Lisa Beskin is Molly Dorozensky. Molly?
Tasty cake!